everyone. And thank you so much to Irvi and the Rollers Joint Gang for allowing me to come on here and give you guys a little demo of our system, dayLITE. Super pumped. Hopefully, you guys have checked out other stuff about the system. But tonight we'll be playing an adventure set in our setting of Aesir called Canvas Closed, which we have already established defno gonna be a two-parter. So stay tuned for more. So we're gonna just do some quick player intros, or in our case, as we call ourselves, Wanderers in dayLITE, and we will roll into the story. So, hello, I'm Cam, you're Alder, he, they. I'm everyone else. There's me. And we'll go on down the line. We can do popcorn style, letting my teacher training jump out. We want to do popcorn.
I would like to eat popcorn. Does that count?
Sure, that works. So whoever wants to jump in next.
I already talked, so I guess I'll keep going. I'll eat my own popcorn, and continue with the bad jokes here the entire way through. So I am Anna, she, they. I have not played dayLITE, but I have explored dayLITE settings through text and other things. But I am excited to play and have fun with these lovely folks. Now, do I pick someone?
Whoever else wants to jump in next.
No,
I'll jump.
Oh, okay, go. Go
No,
for the
I thought
picking.
popcorn was like.
Go for the picking somebody. Go for the picking somebody.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I
was
thought
just like,
I had to pick someone. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'll do it though. Hello, everyone.
Okay, go.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Armani, he, they. I am a multimedia artist, and I've definitely played dayLITE before. Big fan of the system. Cam was so kind to invite me, and super excited to play with you all today. Do we have to say what our characters are, or introduce them?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I'll intro where we are, and then we shall reveal.
'Tis under wraps. All right, so now for the actual anxiety of popcorn. I'm so sorry. Popcorn Merm.
Hi everybody, my name is Merm. I use she, they pronouns. I have never played the dayLITE system, and I'm very excited to be doing it. I don't think you said anything else. I don't want to say a lot about myself, so I'm gonna popcorn it to Adi, so I stop.
Betrayal. Yes. Hello, people of the internet. I am RDMK. You can find me at RDMK on Blue Sky and Moonlight Creations on Instagram. I have absolutely no experience with the system, and I am looking forward to unleashing chaos, as always, as I do in any system. But with these wonderful people, and let's see what shenanigans we get up to.
Only one person left of popcorn too.
Yes. Good sir.
Hi, I'm Dennis. Higapedia on all the socials. Well, Instagram and Blue Sky. I don't really do many other socials. He, him. This is actually, I'm coming into this a blank slate, and looks like it's going to be a neat, fun time. I'm kind of stoked.
Excellent. Alrighty, so to set the scene, this is in our Aesir setting, which is a troll punk post-apocalyptic Weird West setting. If you didn't think I could cram that many genres into something, you were mistaken. Premise being, for anyone who's like, what the heck does that mean? Trolls were essentially biotech gods, and then mortals said, no, that's not cool. We don't like being your laborers and subjects. So we instead are going to use your technology to fight against you. Huge apocalypse happens. Trolls have been pushed to the north and south up into these ancient cloud forests behind mountains. And so now the mortals have kind of been left to their own devices for a couple thousand years. And slowly we are starting to see the reemergence of ancient troll technology in kind of this cool frontier world. So Now for the part that actually I wrote to remember. So, all of you are residents or visitors of the frontier town of Deadlock, a semi-bustling waypost that sits smack dab in the middle of nowhere on the back of a giant, dormant troll robot long overgrown and transformed into a great shaggy hill. Some of you might have lived here for a while, some maybe more recent, some maybe even just dropping in on the way through. Whatever the case may be, there is a mystery afoot. The town's museum was stolen from. The only piece taken, a priceless painting of the town's founder, Ripley Deadlock. The owner of the museum and mayor of Deadlock, Letitia Deadlock, wants the painting of her great-grandfather back, but as you start to hear and explore, all in the words for a handsome reward, something is afoot and amiss as part of this larger conundrum. So, we open now 2 days after the painting has been stolen. The initial hubbub of the painting has kind of settled down. It was sort of a big matter on the day it happened, but now everyone's kind of like, whatever, it's a painting, we're moving on with our lives. I got more important things to do. I got groundhogs to take care of. I got fishing to do. I got trees to cut. It's a painting. However, there are some folks who still are very curious about something going on in what is otherwise a pretty boring small town. And amongst those folks, gathered for a small meeting in the mayor's mansion, is a couple of folks, and amongst them are all of you. So, standing in front of the crowd is Letitia Deadlock, this very tall, beautiful Palamaran Equani woman. So, sort of the lower body of a great horse, two powerful front legs with large split cloven hooves and dew claws that come down off, powerful back legs, long tail with a furry tuft at the end. Previously an adventurer in her prior life, has put that down to come back and raise the town and raise her 2 kids with her lovely wife. And there's some other sort of rough and tumble individuals, folks that some of you guys know, some of you might have just met, some of you maybe never met. And then there's all of you. So, just briefly, if each person wants to introduce their character to the masses, just a quick visual description, and then we'll kind of explore your mannerisms as we play. So, I'm gonna call on someone. We're gonna say Merm, because I know you were very excited about your character. So do you want to introduce?
Oh yeah. I'm introducing my character. His name is Donovan. He's a cow, you know. He just is living out there. He sees his cousin. They look kind of the same, so we're kind of cousins. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he is about 7.5 feet tall. He's a blonde boy, but he recently had to get all of his fur shaved off because he isn't in the mountains anymore, and it's fucking hot. So, nice brown skin that was 2 days ago burnt to shit, and now it's brown. So we're living life feeling free. Yeah.
Who do we pan to next as our camera moves?
I think I'll go. You would see a clerk who is a small avian flightless species. My clerk is a toucan, and he is just kind of it's not dressed up in, like, full black, but it's a mottled brown and grays, and light armor, and um, Plico is like kind of leaning against the nearest wall. He's about 6 feet tall. He is he him. I forget. I'm sorry. I forgot to mention. I am Fab he him, by the way, as a Adi. but Plico is just he, him. And he is leaning against the wall, uh, just gently wiping down Gunther, who is his spell shot gun barrel as a spell slinger. That's me. He will sound like.
Well, okay, it's me. I'll go. I am Syzygy. Uh, if you see me, you'd see this very slender, like moth person, but like nothing unfurled. You don't see my wings. It's a mix of a cloak and wings folded very neatly, and these like tattered scriptures on my cloak. I am like chittering. Like, have you ever seen someone on the subway who they're looking at you, but they pretend not to? And they got big old eyes, and they're just chittering to themselves, lots of like R's being rolled and sucking of teeth. A lot is too much going on for someone who's trying not to be seen. And when you actually speak to them, all the noises, all the textures, ASMR, just like, I didn't notice you. Hello. But yeah, I'm Syzygy. I'm an MTOL. And I can't tell you too much about us, my kin, but for now, hopefully it'll come to play. Maybe not. Don't worry about it. Why are you looking at me? Next person.
Dennis. I keep going first, so I feel bad. I feel like I should go last one of these times.
So, in kind of a, if there is a sort of shadowy corner of the room, you would see a magnetite Gehemed. So it's a very dark but pretty well polished uh, metallic humanoid with a with kind of a dashing copper and highly polished copper hair and a well manicured handlebar mustache and goatee. In what's very nice leathers, uh, worn leathers, like they've definitely seen some use, but he definitely clearly takes good care of his leather. And he's got, a big old sledgehammer and a grappling hook on his belt. And he's smoking a cigar or cigarillo, whatever they smoke in the Wild West.
Yeah, and last but not least, everyone is, off in the corners trying not to attract attention. And, as you go up to the front of the room, attracting all the attention is a beautiful snow leopard on two legs, in this beautiful, like, red cloak, a book in one hand, the what looks like a bell attached to like a piece of leather in the other hand, she's just like soaking in all this attention. She is Serafina Philomena, and she is very foreign here, but seems to love the way people look at her and talk about her, and
Mm.
she commands the attention of a room.
Excellent, excellent. So amongst you also, like I had said, there are some other characters, a few locals, a few frontiers folk who are sort of on the way through. No one that really stands out a huge ton. They all kind of are, rough and tumble. Um, there are a few. There's sort of a large Relum Mammut in the back of the room. So if you've ever seen those elephant ancestors that have the tusks that come out of their chins, one of those guys. There's a couple here and there. There's some Mirelings, kind of the small, scraggly, fuzzy-looking dudes with big goggles sort of around their eyes, little tech wizards. Here and there, another Abyssir, devil folk sort of standing here and there. The only other person is sort of renown in the room that is Letitia's cousin. Sort of not really an official of the town. Sort of, again, some of you who may have been here for a while, recently have kind of heard about him. He's kind of the, not warden or constable, but he kind of keeps an eye on things when Letitia isn't around. Cousin by marriage, not by blood. Sort of a stocky, sort of grouchy looking wild wing Thurgan. So sort of this little reptilian, about 4.5 feet tall, but very broad, with sort of wings folded behind his back. Looks very grouchy, kind of wearing nondescript clothing in like the way someone who thinks they're being nondescript. So kind of like trying to blend. But very much, Letitia has called this meeting because she still very much wants to find this painting. And even to those of you who are from very far away or who are just sort of like average folks, the fact alone that she's so desperately trying to find this painting kind of sets off some bells that there might be something more about this painting. The fact alone that she has upped the reward from 100 Krabak to almost 1,000 in the span of 2 days. So the reward has increased exponentially, which you would think would draw in more people, but most folks are like, I got other things to do. So she is kind of almost offering this as a forum for folks to ask questions about, what she might know, and just like help people out to maybe help her out. So does anyone ask her any questions as she sort of opens the floor?
If I'm from here, would I be familiar with the painting? Like, is it displayed prominently?
It is. So imagine, if you will, I'll describe the painting. If you walked into the museum, which is kind of, the museum is also like so it's kind of like one of those dealios where it's like there's like the town museum, but it's really like the two sides of like the main town hall where you would go to like get your your registration for your car, like go and like get your marriage license or register your dog or that kind of thing. The painting is impressively like 4 feet wide and 6 feet tall. So it's a big painting that would like hang over the entrance into the town offices. It's very striking Palomaran Equani man. Think like, it's not the greatest example, but think like 1800s big game hunter kind of vibe. The sort of big, majestic, broad-chested Equani man, big sort of like mutton chop mustache, huge spellslinger rifle, sort of standing with two of his hooves on top of like a fallen like troll mecha that woke up. He hunted and destroyed. So it's a pretty big painting to have just poof disappeared. Mm-hmm. And I would say most folks who do come to Deadlock do go to the town hall to like check in, register, like see if there's any jobs.
So most people have seen this painting.
Yeah, most of you guys have seen this painting. And then all of a sudden just poof, gone.
No clues? Sorry.
Letitia's the mayor, right? Does she have is there a form of address that is respectful?
Most people just call her Letitia. She doesn't really. She's just like Letitia.
And then, I just stepped in the clues question.
So she said, the only clue that we've been able to find, according to the painting, is the fact that the person who, or persons who stole it, are either loggers or are connected to loggers, given the fact that the boot prints we found had cleats. That's so far been the only clue. They were cleated boots.
But what is point of loggers having that large painting? I mean, that does not make sense. Is there some problem between loggers and you?
So she sort of pauses and looks a little reticent. And I would say, if any of you would like to make a lore check, you may do so. So, our first roll. The way this works is you get a d12. You roll that d12, and then you add your modifier, which is either +0, +1, or +2.
I have
Oh
a
no, Merm doesn't look. No!
Hold on, what? I'm just looking at my cousin, bro. That's my cousin.
Okay, let's see what the dice gods
I got
are
an
giving me today.
I got an 11.
13.
Oh my heavens.
Show 'em.
A 9.
Oh, I got a 3.
Okay. All right. So, Adi, what did you get again?
A 9.
Okay. So, Adi, I would say as you sort of ask that question and sort of see sort of Letitia's reticence, you have, as you're asking it, you kind of comes to mind that you've heard some rumblings. Again, Deadlock is not the only town on this sort of big hill. There are 2 other towns as well, sort of halfway down the hill and at the bottom of the hill. And the towns down the hill are primarily logging towns. And you had heard that there might have been some economic frustrations between these 2 towns, Deadlock, the details of which you're not 100% sure. For Syzygy and Fifi, you guys remember sort of when you were coming up or in recent travels. I don't know if you guys want to be like you just arrived or you are from Deadlock. Had heard that in recent weeks there had been some frustrations between leadership in Deadlock and one of the towns to the sort of middle tier town of the hill called Ramwart about timber prices and sort of trying to negotiate timber prices. Deadlock wanting to pay less for more. Ramwart being like, we can't afford to charge less for our timber because there's only so much timber that grows on it, because this hill at its core is a giant robot. So I would say that's the information you need to know. Donovan and Serafina, you guys just chilling.
Yeah, like I'm completely ignorant of these economic tensions. Serafina just brushes a hand over her shoulder and she's just like, Letitia, darling, you must be more forthcoming with us if you want us to solve your little problem for you. How are we meant to be empowered in your defense if you don't come clean?
I'm 100% right now hearing Katharine Hepburn. Like strong transatlantic accent, 1000%. Letitia, sort of, do you want to try and like do an empath to like maybe try and
yes. I would love to. It is what she is good at, manipulating. I mean, being nice to people. So she got a 7.
Social.
A 7. She sort of seems a little taken aback that the person from several hundred miles away, not even several hundred, several thousand miles away, is kind of like, you should share more information. But yeah, just brief context. Azir is the size of Africa. So from north to south, we're talking like 5. So it's huge, very big landscape. But she kind of goes, very well. There have been some frustrations between Deadlock officials and Ramwart officials over timber prices. I do not want to jump to suspicions, as that is not the person that I am. But my cousin had brought to my attention that could be a potential source of frustration. And as she says this, the Relumamut kind of goes, and why not just go down to Ramwart and ask them some questions? Or we could. And he sort of like cracks his knuckles.
But that's too easy. No, go on.
Yeah. If it were the loggers, why would they wear their cleats? Why would they make it obvious?
It's
And also why would they steal the painting? What does this serve other than to get us riled up? Who would benefit
Uh,
from starting a conflict between us and Ramsword?
Rage.
Yes, I have seen many of the loggers while I was in the woods. They're loggers. They're not dumb.
Perhaps it could be insert name of third town.
The
Attempting.
the third town is called Fiddleway.
Fiddleway.
Yes, Fiddleway. I'll add that in.
So she's like, perhaps it could be Fiddleway, simply attempting to put at odds their two prime competitors.
Mm.
Oh, statecraft.
9 times out of 10, we might find the painting at the facility, and as long as we choose not to aggress, perhaps it could be planted as evidence, getting us closer to the real culprit.
Letitia clearly takes this all in a stride and sort of thinks and turns to Donovan and is kind of like, "What about you, Donovan? Do you have any thoughts? Anything you?"
Cousin, I'm just here to support you, cousin. I'm here. We have the same feet, and we are here because we are cousins. So I am here, and I kind of agree that I don't like that you and the Ramwart village over there, you do not do well. But then there's a third one, and they're like quiet. So like, my question would be then, what um, what does Fiddleway do? Are they also timber? Have their prices gone up? Have they gone down? Are they getting more people? It's kind of stark over here, so I feel like it's kind of, less.
We have the same feet. I'm here to support you as a bumper sticker. I want them so bad.
True.
She sort of at that idea, Donovan, of kind of like mentioning like Fiddleway and sort of taking what other folks said. She's sort of pausing. Fiddleway is a mining town. Never had any kind of frustrations with them. They do their thing at the base of the base of the hill. We do our thing up. Any kind of frustration
That you know of, right? Because the things that happen in the village happen in the village, and so when it's here in town, you talk about that town. So you cannot know what the village is feeling. Because, like, when I think of timber, I think about everything that you don't use. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything goes down to the bottom of the hill. So it's over there with them. So then all of your waste might be ending up on their doorstep, as well as Ramwa. I need to remember their names. Oh my gosh. But I'm not from around here. But you're still my cousin because I love you. Anyways, yeah. Your waste going down the hill. And you might be unknowingly, making it worse without, and also the thing of the cleats that everybody else brought up. It seems very much like the scapegoat or whatever you call it.
So as you guys have kind of been
I
talking,
love the accent, by the way. Sorry.
Donovan is great. I love Donovan.
Yeah.
So as you got, as the sort of the five of you have been definitely like piping up more than like the others have like tossed in some agreements. Like the Relum Mammoot, his main thing is just go punch people.
If only
Everyone
it was
else
that
kind
simple.
of has like slowly trickled out. Like the townspeople were like, okay, we're not. I'm not gonna go investigate stuff, and so sort of folks trickled out. One the big Relum guy, he also leaves. So the only person left besides you guys and then Letitia and her cousin is this very sort of kind of like, how do I describe him? If you saw him in a crowd, you probably wouldn't notice him. Sort of this very slight, tall, willowy, Abyssir man, sort of pale blue skin, clearly an Albazad, so attuned to some sort of ancient frost demon, sort of antler, or not antlers, horns that sort of spiral back. They look a little frosted. And you can see sort of, now that everyone has moved out of the way, you hear sort of like, and you see laying on the ground next to him is a wolverine chewing on an antler. Just kind of like,
See, why was everyone else allowed to bring their pets indoors? I kindly left mine outside where it's
Well,
supposed to be.
Because you're competent. You're a normal person.
That's how it's supposed to be. I mean, why do you think my little boy is outside?
oh, sorry. Tooth goes kind of where Tooth wants to go. I tried arguing with him a while. Points to where there are pits in one of his horns. I gave up that argument a long time ago. He kind of runs the. Oh, name's Ragnar, by the way. Ragnar Frost. Just passing through from up north.
You seem like my kind of person, Ragnar, dear.
Well, now, Miss Serafina, I don't. That's a mighty big. My manner of diplomacy is more in settling trade disputes or migratory patterns between men. Not one for courtrooms or such, but like we got a little matter that needs settling here, and I do figured it'd be behooving of me to assist.
Behooving,
is-
dear.
Is Cam cutting out for only me? Or
Yes,
is it...
yes, he is. I'm
Oh,
piecing
okay.
together through context clues.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
really
yeah.
trying to be clever. I was like, yes, yeah, yeah, of course.
It's I'm really regretting the smoke. And I was just like, wait, what?
Maybe that's actually how it is. Like, this dude is talking, we're like, we don't understand what this dude's saying. The southern drawl just gets stronger and then fades in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, sure, yeah, trade disputes, yeah.
Yeah, I think
But-
Serafina like waves a hand in the air and she's just like, diplomacy is all the same, dear. Large scale, small scale. It's all about talking to people and knowing what they want. You seem like a man who knows what lots of people want. Well, or should I say that that's Tooth, seeing as he runs the show.
What is Tooth exactly?
He's a wolverine.
Oh. Woodrun show.
Yeah, he's kind of like a giant weasel. If weasel had a temper the size of a small country.
So why are you still here? Instead of investigating with everyone else.
Well, I just, like I said, I like to help folks out and usually prefer being with a group of people. More minds are smarter than just a singular one, and I'm not too acquainted with doubt. Very flat. Lots of trees.
My character's career lets them like roll to know whether it's gonna be a good day or not. Can I?
Mhm.
May I?
Go for
I got a 1. If it's odd, then you know something dark will occur. Um, is something dark going to occur?
How do I describe?
Oh, that
Well-
sounds like a yes.
Okay. While you think of that, while we're talking, I pull out my scroll and I like have a bunch of bones and crystals and I'm just like rattling it. They're obviously not my bones. I have an exoskeleton, and I'm just like,
I don't. When
I
you
don't
pull
like
out a
this
bag of bones, I don't think the first thought in people's heads is, "Are those your bones?"
Are they still
Just
technically your
putting that
bones
out
because
there.
you have them?
Are they
Don't
shiny?
worry, they're other
Yeah,
people's bones. That
don't
just makes it
worry.
worse.
They're ethically sourced. Anyway,
Are the bones
Uh,
shiny? Are the bones shiny in any way?
The bones are kind of worn. Like I use these bones a lot. These are my favorite bones. And
Polished.
I'm sure
Smoothed
they're
out.
they're very
Mm.
smooth. They're very worn. And I'm just worried. This guy gives me weird vibes. And
Ragnar's fine.
he not the Wolverine and Ragnar, dangerous duo. I don't trust it.
I will
Um,
say Donovan is on top of Ragnar because Ragnar is cold.
Oh
And I have not stopped sweating since I got shaved.
no, my bovine friend. I'm
So
going.
you gotta keep me cool, bro. You gotta do it, dude. Let's be best friends, dude. So that's me.
Ragnar, as you come over Donovan and like are like giving him like the side hug or whatever, he's kind of like he's like, oh, well, hey there, big guy. Nice to meet you. um, okay, so you throw your bones, and what you see when you throw your bones is you get a little flash. And at this point, you, I would say, notice that Ragnar's left from the elbow down is encased in like this huge lip that like looks frosted over in places, even in the blazing heat. Like it's like a solid like 90 Fahrenheit. And you sort of get not just like the vibes of like, why is your hand covered in frost in the sunlight? It's like there's some weird energy. That is all you get.
There's some weird energy coming from
The gauntlet,
From
presumably
his
from the
gauntlet.
ice
hand.
on it.
The gauntlet. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But it looks like it is a manufactured item, not a like
It's not
a
like a
natural
coating made
growth.
of ice that
Yeah.
he like
Okay.
did with magic or something. It's like the metal gauntlet
Sort
that
of
is
like
just
a resin kind of. Yeah. It looks crafted.
No, like no, it's frosted over. Like
He's
it's not like
cursed.
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
like
Gotcha.
it looks like that effect like when something starts to get cold.
Mm.
right, but the gauntlet itself has been made, and now there is
Yeah,
ice on the gauntlet, and it is the ice that is giving the energy, not the gauntlet.
yeah, correct. The gauntlet, could have been from anything, but there's like frost like actively in the
Well,
blazing.
since he's cursed, or it seems cursed, could I do a lore check to see if I understand anything that would have caused that within Acer?
Sure.
Similarly, I think I'd like to kind of, because I am a crafter and all of that. I think I would want to kind of take a look at try and understand the gauntlet a little better, like what's going on there.
Well, while they're focusing on the gauntlet, he looks like he is from my northern tundra country, which I have special envoy thingies with. So can I do some sort of like empath, like read on him just to see like, is he genuine? Is he hiding something? What's his vibe?
Sure. Go for it. All right. I'm gonna hit Armani, then Adi. Merm, it looked like you said we wanted to do something.
Just super quick.
You want to
Am
do?
I damaged at all from touching
No.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. So, Armani, what did you get?
Got a 9.
Okay. You know that there are in the lore, the general lore of Aesir, there are things called Muth. And Katamuth are these like giant, like bioengineered kaiju made eons ago to like essentially be like giant living to like keep mortals. Like they made Godzilla to like herd humans all the other mortal species. So there are Katamuth still existing. A lot of them were during.
Sorry,
But-
please repeat. Could you please repeat that?
Yeah, so there are some Katamuth that still remain, that are still alive. They're very few. Most of them live close to the mountains in the north, closer to where troll energy still. So you definitely would have heard of their being in the far north. Could maybe be.
Gotcha. I love that you have 3 people hovering over this guy just because he wanted to be noticed. you just wanted to know what was going on, and we're like the cow
Well, to be
person.
fair, 3 people are hovering over him. Only 2 people want to know what's going on.
That's fair. Smoothly. Gotcha. Okay, with that information, I'm like, okay, I still obviously do not trust this gentleman. All my wings twitch at the thought of them, but depending on what everyone else says, like I would love to like have a moment to deliberate. Like, give us 1 second, and we all just like huddle. But it's a no for me, dog. Or I'll have to say it as the character. It's a no for me, dog.
Did you want to do Adi's roll next?
Sure.
That what would I be rolling?
Up to you. Whatever you would want to try and utilize most.
No.
I think this would be a lore lore thing. Hold on, sorry.
Me telling the real Seraphina in real life to not eat the bag. That's by my as he keeps coming up to investigate what it is I'm doing on the computer.
That is going to be a
No, don't eat that either. Sorry, excuse me, one moment.
okay. That's not too bad. That's 11.
Sure. So, from where you are, looking at the gauntlet and sort of him over, it's clear that the gauntlet is much than like the rest. Is much
older, you said?
Yeah, much older. Like, if you had to give a rough estimate, maybe 100 to 200 years older than like the rest of his.
So definitely something that was found in Trollland.
That could be a potential answer. And I will say one last thing. I'll say for Merm that you notice move along. Is that around his neck from sort of where he's like hanging on him? You see he's wearing a necklace, sort of tucked, like not like in, like he's hiding it, but like.
Oh, we didn't hear a word after tucked in.
Yeah. This could you try and I don't know, like do something about your mic? It's because
it doesn't sound like it's a sensitivity issue because I don't think you're speaking any like louder or quieter than you would normally. So I don't know if it's like a sensitivity issue or
it might just be my internet.
Yeah,
because I run into this when I try in live.
Yeah, it's so many words keep dropping in the middle. Sorry.
Feels like a bandwidth thing.
I wonder if you could like you can turn off people's video. So I wonder if you turn off all of our video and leave yours running. I wonder if that would help. You don't get to see our beautiful faces, but you know.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Miss all the expressions.
Okay, I'll give that a try.
Because downloading the
Mhm.
video of other people takes more bandwidth than uploading your own video. And that
Mhm.
way, the stream still has everyone's faces. But
At the same
that's
time,
very
like
interesting.
while Cam's doing that, what if I'm going to while meanwhile hovering above this man, hiding behind the scroll, and like leaning over. I'm gonna talk to. Oh my gosh, Merm, what was your character's name again?
Donovan.
Yeah.
Donovan. All right, so Donovan saw the weird necklace, and Connie, your character also like we all got lore. We all know this is an iced out demon gentleman decked in ancient in curses and swag, and it's not looking good. But at the same time, uh, he because he likes curios, he might also be looking for this painting. Uh,
I also am about to do a vibe check on this guy.
oh, I love the full panel for vibe checks here. Yeah, I don't like him, but he might be useful for finding the painting in
I'm
question.
gonna jump in real quick so I hopefully finish describing the necklace to Merm without
Yes, do that.
breaking up, and
We'll
then I'm
try.
gonna check in with Dennis and see if Dennis. Merm, from the angle that Donovan can see at, it looks like the pendant on the necklace is sort of a like hammered sort of, you can maybe bronze or effigy of a mammoth. All you can see.
That's cute.
A
That's
mam-
really cute.
A
Of
mammoth,
a
you said?
mammoth.
Yeah,
Yep,
mammoth.
yep, a
mammoth,
mammoth. Yeah,
okay.
woolly mammoth. And I would say for you, Merm, that doesn't like no like big like whoa bells, but with at least that's still part of his story checks out. Mammoth herding is a very in the north. Having mammoth herders is like a pretty intense job, so at least that part connects. Dennis, did you want to do anything related to Ragnar? And then I'll check with other folks.
I'm really just kind of watching them and eyeing them up. Like, he's definitely doing like he hasn't like the eye contact has not faded from him. He's just studying his reactions and all of that stuff and just kind of more listening than saying anything or actively doing anything. He's just really just taking it in.
Okay, cool. I'll let you know if you want to roll anything. Let me know. I'm gonna jump back to folks. If folks want to do a quick check, and then we're going to move on.
Mm.
More done.
Yes,
before-
I think in that little huddle between Syzygy, sorry,
Yeah,
is that
Syzygy.
Syzygy, Donovan, and Plico? Um, well, yes, I did notice that that gauntlet. It's not anything that is recent. It is definitely older, somewhere 200 years, best guess. Definitely from Trolllands, not something that would. Hmm.
And it's cursed,
Mm.
deeply cursed. Dark magics inhabit that arm.
I don't know
Very
about
nasty.
that.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it is contagious. I think you're all right, Mr. Taro.
Now, I'm sure that he is just sporting some national relics from our lands. I would not be so accusatory upon first meeting.
Bias. Very biased.
Mhm. Well, I am
I'm
doing.
certain I don't know what you mean,
I
whoever
think
you
I
are.
am already being not accusatory, looking straight at you.
Could be useful for finding painting. very well traveled. Good eyes under those horns.
Letitia, darling, can we examine the room where this painting was stolen from and see if we can find any other clues? And one more thing, the footprints that were found, or should I say, boot prints, what size were they? Are we looking for a large individual or a small individual?
Letitia thinks for a moment and then sort of looks to cousin. I realize I never introduced his name is Eustace. And Eustace nods and she goes, "We found 3 sets of footprints. One from an individual who was clearly quite tall, 10 feet or more. One who was average size, maybe about, and the other from a somewhat smaller individual between 3 and 4 feet."
And
Oh,
these
well,
were
what a-
Images.
these were humanoid shaped feet.
That just all boot shaped. So just sort of like essentially like a catch-all shape. So just think like
Gotcha.
your basic steel toe work boot. They could have had hooves. They could have had, split toesies. They could have been, but
So that is sometimes even like the hooved folks will wear work boots.
yeah, like there are
Okay.
plenty of examples. Like I would say, any of you could have been traveling around and seen like Equani wearing work boots for like better stabilization if they're miners.
Mhm. Okay.
Like Mwande, who are humanoid split-toed hooves, and they wear boots if they're out like working. So it's not uncommon for even hooved or taloned folk to just wear boots.
I feel this is a good point to inquire what do Donovan's boots look like?
I'm not wearing boots. I
Oh,
got my boots out, dude.
Hooves
It's
out,
so-
man.
It's so
hooves
hot.
out,
I am
raw
not
dog.
playing.
Let's go.
Hey, to be fair, Seraphina's not wearing shoes either.
None of you
What does she need
protect
shoes for?
toes.
She has paws the size of mittens. I mean, like, what does like what does she need shoes for?
Yeah, my
Alright.
talons have some leather on them, but that's about it.
All right, so I'm as a group. Are you guys saying you want to go check out the town offices before making any final decisions on where to go?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
what Seraphina is proposing. So if everyone else is fine with that, then
Is my best friend gonna come so that I can stay cool, bro?
I mean,
Stay cool,
of
bro.
course Ragnar is welcome, dear.
I want
A
to go
member
to
of my
the-
own kin, certainly.
to Fifi, the Plico.
I feel like Seraphina is just like very purposefully like being very inclusive of him because y'all are so like suspicious and like I don't even know what she got on her vibe check, but whatever she got, she's loving his vibe. So she's just
He-
like this
Man.
dude.
he seems, no pun intended, like a chill dude. He's just like
Yeah.
a guy who's like,
My best
Who-
friend. He's gonna keep it cool, bro. Please. Let's
I do need the height difference though between Donovan and Ragnar. Ragnar's like, 5.5 feet tall. Donovan is a full 2 feet taller than him, and just like
That's my bro. That's my best friend. Please. Let me do it.
Man, is it aside from
Love
Plico, is there anyone that is the same size or shorter than this man? Are we all taller?
I'm 7 foot.
I mean, if he's average humanoid size, then
He's
I'm
like 5'6".
about the
It
same.
sounded like
Yeah.
something like that.
So I'm somewhere in that. Like, if
Okay, so we've got
Yeah.
3 people at 7 foot, 1 person at like 3 foot, and
I,
then 2 average people.
6 foot. Yeah.
Oh wait, how tall is your toucan?
6 foot.
He's a big.
Oh, you're a
kid.
6-foot toucan. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Yeah,
Everyone wants to be tall.
Big boy.
It's tall
So
person
we've got,
going
we've got a
only.
group of tall ass people, animal people, to be clear. Not a single one of us is human looking.
Well, I
And
mean,
then
I'm
an
human
average person.
shaped.
We've got an
Normie.
average person, and
Yeah.
then we've got a bunch of animals.
and a literal
Yeah.
animal with a Wolverine. All right,
Yes.
so
Wait till you meet my rhino mount. He's called
And my
Bambi.
bear. I wonder if your rhino and my bear are friends.
I'm 100%.
Wait, a bear,
gotta be
a
best
rhino. I have an elk who's named Moose. So I have an elk named Moose. You have a rhino named Bambi. And what is your bear's name?
Misty.
Misty.
nice.
We're a great group. I love this group.
That is going to be that's going to be the spin-off. That's going to be the spin-off episode of this. Like
yes.
Misty, Moose, and
Bambi.
Bambi.
Yeah.
And Tooth.
Yes, and Tooth. So Letitia, said, she said she'll bring you guys to the town hall, and it's like a 15-minute walk through town, and sort of you guys, it's a bustling town. It's probably home to like 1,500 people. Lots of businesses and homes. Very full and bustling mills and everything. And the town hall sort of sits in the center of town. And you sort of walk up the steps into the sort of entry foyer, where on either side there's glass sort of panes holding or sort of display different artifacts and like the town charter. This is the canteen of our founder. Here's his gun. Here's the first tree that we ever cut down. That kind of small town, like, this is really cool, but everyone else is.
This is a cup that was used by the first person to step foot.
Stuff like that. Like, you would look at it and be like, and then again, over the entryway is just that empty space where the painting was. And folks are free to search, roll as they wish.
Donovan, Mr. Donovan, could you hold me up so that I could take a better look, please? And he is going to pull out from his enchanting kit. He's going to pull out like these a set of loop glasses that are enchanted and like allow me to see the weave of magic, etc., and different magnifications. I'm just taking a general look around the painting to see if I can spot anything that may have been missed.
Put this into
And
perspective. The 7-foot tall cow is lifting up the 6-foot tall toucan.
yeah,
It's so much
I-
heavier than
it's-
him. It's gonna be okay. I weigh like 1,000 pounds. So
yeah,
I got
he's light.
I know, but
Such a himbo vibe from Donovan. I love it. uh, yeah. What do I do for that? I think that would be a lore, I guess.
Yeah, sure. If you want to give me a lore roll, tell you what you see, and then I move down.
Okay. Hold on. Wait, do I have any sort of advantage because I'm kind of using an item and I described it so coolly?
I'll give you a +1.
A +1. All right,
Yeah.
sweet.
Okay, we have now confirmed Cam will give bonuses if we ask nicely.
If you do it real cool.
do I get a +1 because I kept this accent up?
I mean,
100%. I would
please,
so
pretty
give
please.
that. I would
It's
so
really
give
good.
that. Like so good.
I'm just signing with my cousins back on the island, bro. It's so good, bro.
Is it New Zealand esque, right? Like that's what are you going for that or more Samoan?
I'm doing competition
Okay.
with my cousins in Auckland and Samoa. So
Nice. So that is a 11.
So as you sort of lift up your glasses and sort of look and try to see, you definitely sort of, in that way that like everything has a half-life of some kind, you can sort of see the lingering. There was some magic, some, if not magic that was cast, innate magic. So one of or two of or maybe all of these individuals that came here to take the painting, because the town offices have been closed since no one's been had some form of innate magic. What it is, you can't quite tell, but the way it manifests is almost like think of like a heat haze, like sort of that heat haze you might see on like a really hot day, like pavement is really hot, but there's almost like an orangey yellow tint.
I will, of course, relay this as he's kind of just like, rubbing the underside of his beak and like, muttering these things out loud. Mm, well, I don't know. It is. I'm only speculating right now, but it is. It sounds, and it's a big ass painting, right?
Yeah,
4
it's
foot.
4 feet wide.
It
4
was
feet wide,
a
6 feet
big ass
tall.
painting. So yeah, I think definitely some sort of transmutation to make it smaller. At least there is definitely traces of that. Is Letitia with us, by the way?
Yes, she's like listening. You do notice though that just has headed off to do other stuff, so it's just you guys.
Were there any kind of protective magics on? I just want to make sure we're not getting a residual from that. Are there
I
any
do
kind of
that.
wards?
I do the whole bird twisting as my head just kind of, and I look like like that at Letitia.
No, there's never really been any need for. I mean, none of us lock our doors here. Have we have a town militia for fighting off. If an old troll robot wakes up in one of the rains, but we haven't had any reason to have any security of any. Very safe
Well,
town.
I have question for you, Miss Letitia. There is, I mean, given that it did not have any protective wards and you did not seem to, I mean, care for it too much. Like, well, absence always makes you understand something a little more. But what is a reason for you to want it back this much? I mean, it was good painting, but not gonna lie, but it is painting.
She You see she's struggling to respond with an answer, and I would say this isn't even, you guys don't even have, she clearly is not telling everything about this painting, and to most people her reticence to share would seem like, oh, she's sad, she doesn't want to talk, hard to talk about because heirloom. To all of you, you're kind of like,
This lady's sus.
yeah, but you're like, something's going on here, something's funky.
I think there's the little shared look of just like, really, really, bombastic side eye.
Really offensive side eye.
So
I
after Plico is done, like doing the thing with his glasses, I'm gonna kind of go over it, almost like kind of tracing the space, but using my magnetism ability. Just to see if there's any kind of like weird out of place metals or anything.
Ooh.
Mm.
Are you, so wait, where exactly are you tracing? Where are you?
Kind
Where
of
the painting
where
used to
the
be?
where the painting used to be. So like I'll
Okay.
be kind of, you know, like you
I'm
basically
sure
see
that
me
you,
like
yeah.
tracing it out and like muttering to himself, like almost like the scene in The Wire where they're investigating the murder scene and only using the word fuck. It's
Fuck.
a beautiful scene and one of the best in television history. And
Yeah,
but
I
it's
love
like
that.
they're just looking and looking, and so he's just kind of tracing, and like as he notices where something might be, he's just kind of like looking to see, you know but to you guys it just looks like he's doing this weird little pantomime over the space,
All right. So
over the clean spot that's
yeah.
like left.
So you're gonna do that, Merm. What were you gonna say?
Oh, all I was
Yep.
gonna say was I was gonna look up to the cousin on my shoulders and be like, "Do you need to get down to talk to Letitia?" But we finished the whole thing, so he's still on my shoulders, I guess.
I could get gum. I
Oh,
apologize.
it's okay. I can hold you. It's okay, bro. It's all right. It's
It's all right.
good.
I will still hop down. I do appreciate it. It was good.
Whatever you need.
All right.
Letitia, darling,
She looks to you expectant.
there wouldn't happen to be some sort of map or secret or treasure or spell on the back of this painting that you did not tell anyone. Then you are now frantically panicking that the painting has been stolen. Certainly, nothing of that nature.
As you like punctuate each word, you can just see her cringe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Plico will just do a beak palm, like, and just this is not, there's no subtlety. What?
I'm so
Um,
sorry, dear. Are you expecting subtlety from me when Letitia here is right in front of me?
So what? Again, I'm just picturing this in my head. Donovan holding Plico on his shoulder.
Yeah,
We have
he's just like he's crouched down, like he's crouched down. Right?
Fifi
Like,
over on the wall, just like doing this. We have Serafina like just bluntly being like, "Why are you always lying?" And then Syzygy just like, "Hello."
I'm in the back thinking of what to say because on one hand I want to do an empathy check, so I'm like vibe checking her, but I have a crazy idea and it just could work, but I don't want to be crazy myself or just yet.
All right, so I'm gonna tell Dennis what Dennis fired, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna have Letitia's response, and then I'm gonna jump to you or mine.
Okay.
We'll see. All right, so Dennis, as you're sort of doing your like
Mhm.
box breathing with the wall, as you're sort of going along like the top, there isn't really anything. You go down the sides, there's not really anything. When you get to the bottom where the painting is being, you feel like a little tingle, and you see sort of what could have been easily just hidden in shadow, or like someone might just dust, a little collection of like iron oxide, like shaving, sort of covers the fingertips. Not a ton, like maybe a teaspoon, and sort of sits there, kind of like sticking out, clinging to your fingers from where someone must put their fingers up under, and then pulled the paint.
Mm. It does it look like, so being somebody made of an iron oxide alloy, as
Here we
because
go.
that's exactly what magnetite is. That's where the name Fifi Oxides came from. Is uh is it like dried blood or like skin stuff from a magnetite Gahamid like me, or is it from, does it look like it's like from metal shavings from something
Like a
else?
robot.
You get the sense that this must have been like in the creases of someone's gloves that they thought they cleaned enough, but at that angle where they closed the fingers, it then came out of like a crease.
Fucking minors, man.
Real sentence. Real statement.
100%
Yeah. So yeah, it was probably like someone like went under. They had gloves on. They thought they had cleaned the gloves well enough, and just like it's like any of us who's like worked with our think you can get everything out.
It's like
So
glitter.
like they moved it, stuff came out. They didn't notice because they probably came in here in the dark, and then yeah.
It's like what? Sorry, I missed you as well.
It's like
What-
glitter. Sorry, is what I was saying. That it you just
right.
you think you got it out,
Yep,
and you just
yep,
you
yep.
never get it all out, and every time you
Yep.
like move, something wafts in the wind, more glitter.
So I'm definitely making like kind of trying to, especially with Syzygy, like, because we're the ones kind of in the distance, like not engaging, like kind of showing, like kind of drawing some attention to my fingers, like doing that. You probably don't quite get what I'm trying to communicate because I don't think it's terribly intuitive, but like that, you know.
The bones tell me yes, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Interesting.
What did you want to do, Armani? What was the crazy?
I want Letitia to tell the truth, but I want to use my character's ability to do so. I was very impatient. I was tired of the perching on the shoulders, and everyone's moving, and something bad's going to happen, and I don't know what, and it's making me very, very nervous. So I walk up to Letitia. Will you tell us what you know? Or will this be difficult? And I'd like to use like an empath.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
This 7-foot tall moth with a bag of bones that aren't theirs goes up to the mayor of a town. Do you want to make this difficult?
No. My words are failing me. Can I make an empath check to see if she is like, do you want us to help you or not?
Does she
Yeah,
need a
I'm gonna
hug?
give you a +2 on that one, dude. Because Jesus.
All right. Okay. I got a
How did
1,
we hustle in?
but
Oh,
You
shit.
got
I
a
want to
1.
use. I got a 1, but with the empath. All right, that's a 2. But I'm gonna use my ability. I know it's not gonna work. So I look at her and I know Letitia's not feeling me by any means. So then I turn to the rest of you and I say, cover your eyes.
Wait, what?
Everyone cover your eyes. And
I-
as I take
on the brim of my hat.
I hop off the shoulder behind Donovan.
You get a slow blink from me. I'm not closing my eyes. I don't know what you're asking of me.
it's your fault.
I do have a mirror, like like peeking out a little bit.
I take off my robe very slightly, and then my wings unfurl. And the wings, for those who are looking, the wings have the pattern of a face, multiple eyes, a mouth, and I chitter my body to make it look like it's moving. And the ability basically is like, for anyone who has not seen my full display, they get utterly terrified. And I as I tower over her, I go, Letitia Deadlock. In the name of the unfaced God, you will tell us what you know. The power is you. And hopefully everyone who was not supposed to look is like, hey, yo, everyone else, you are unaffected. But I'm just full on like twitching, and I'm like, please. I can't take this anxiety anymore.
I'm so anxious.
She again, and to put into perspective, she as an Equani is like almost 10.5 feet tall. So she is like utterly cowed and she just blurts out, "There's a map of a troll vault on the back."
I close my wings. I scuttle over and get my robe. I'm sorry I had to do that. I needed to
I had
know.
an anxiety attack.
It's just God-induced anxiety. Please, do with the information what you will. The bones are pleased.
I think
Poor
I think
Sis just
Seraphina's
grabs his
try-
bones and
Oh,
runs
please.
away.
Seraphina's trying to pretend like she's not affected by this. And so she's just like very awkwardly, like, kind of adjusting her robe, trying to like not look scared, and she's like, darling, in some places they charge for that. But I suppose that the benefit of getting to know one better is getting such luxuries for free. Anyway.
Merm, were Donovan's eyes open?
Donovan was fully covering face with hooves for the entire thing.
Okay. So even though you were covering your eyes, you still like heard,
Yes.
just as you like declare, in the name of what was it again? Did you say, Armani?
The unfaced God.
The unfaced God. Donovan, you hear that name, and it immediately brings to mind a boogeyman story that you grew up as.
That you heard as a kid.
Yeah.
And
Sort of
hear
it wasn't called the unfaced God, but it was called sort of had like numerous different nicknames. But when you were growing up, it was called the no faced, and it was this sort of monster that was considered to be like a living naughty little Caberdanian children up if they didn't.
Oh my god. It's the UFO stealing cows.
That's kind of cool.
Moo!
I hear Donovan mooing, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. No, it's not like that. No. Good God. No, please. It's not like that.
Suddenly what you say? Yeah. Kind of in the
Yeah,
corner. Kind of like
you
real
do
now.
you do see that Plico, like in after having seen that, does have a few feathers on Gunther, who's on a sling that is over his shoulder. But yeah,
Can I have some of those feathers? Like, would it be cool?
No, I
Would
think
you be cool?
I think he means that he's about to draw the gun on you.
He's ready. He's ready.
Did Ragnar close his eyes?
Ragnar did not, and those of you that had your eyes open,
Me.
that saw this, Ragnar has kind of been like at the back, sort of like in the corner watching. Those of you that saw when Syzygy does his whole display, Ragnar, like his left arm, the gauntleted one, started to glow very slightly, and you saw that like the color. Again, I mean, his skin is like light blue anyway, but the color like started to drain from around, and his eyes had started to frost over. But now that frost has sort of the color has returned to his face, but you can see like little bits of like ice sort of like slowly melting.
I have my as a clerk, I have my eye for shinies. You have a keen eye for spotting things that glitter and glow. You're able to make out impressive details on jewelry, armor, and other metallic objects from up to 100 feet away. Additionally, when you're trying to appraise a piece of metal or jewelry, you may add your empath modifier. Oh, okay.
The live realization.
Yeah, yeah. I've missed doing that. Okay, fair. Okay. But yeah, do I pick up anything else about it? Like, what was it reacting to? I mean, the usage of a magical ability, or
Um, I would say you get the vibe that it was almost like not even a conscious thing. Like it was from the way that like Ragnar was holding his arm, you almost get the feeling that he was like trying to force it.
trying to?
Yeah, like he was trying to like the way he's holding it is like as if his arm grabbing it,
Oh,
shoving it.
you cut out precisely at his arm was,
I
and then it
think
cut
yeah.
like the most important part.
Yeah.
I imagine that he was holding it up to protect himself. Is that what more what you're going at?
Or is he
More
being
like
nonchalant?
more like his arm was going up as if to fire something, and he was grabbing,
Ah,
pushing it down.
Oh,
Okay.
he also has
So,
anxiety.
so I didn't see Ziziji's funky striptease, and but like I'm just seeing everybody's reaction to it. Like I'm getting the feeling that this is like a deep-seated primal fear.
oh, I'm assuming it hits all the triggers in the back of the head that no one
Yeah.
thinks
Nothings
about.
are firing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it tickles that little your
No,
hypothalamus
I mean,
brain.
Like
have you not seen that poster for the Mothman? Like, the face, all of those shapes on the wings. That's some terrifying shit, yo.
like I'm wondering too if it's something like I'm probably aging myself here, but Babylon 5 when people
Oh,
see
Babylon
the
5
like
represent.
the true form of the Vorlons, they all see something different and it's like culturally appropriate for them. So I'm wondering if like everybody saw something like the face was like a face they knew,
Mhm.
like but it was like a different face for everybody.
I
Who
love
knows?
that.
We'll
I
have,
love
Yeah.
we'll
that.
have to see maybe who knows? We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I do want to move things along though because we're
Yeah.
almost wrapping up. So,
Yeah.
Dennis, do you share the discovery you made? Sort of try and like bring everyone back from not being freaked
Um,
out.
I will if it seems like everybody's still very focused on Suzuki after that, I'm not going to draw any attention to it because I don't necessarily want Letitia and Ragnar to see. But I'll just kind of like show if I have a chance, like show the iron filings, like show it off, and wait for us to be a little more private.
Mm, mm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you definitely all hear Letitia blurt out, "There's a troll vault on the back." Like everybody here. Which, as a reference point for everyone, troll vaults are like no go. Like those are places where either only the stupid or the really powerful go, because troll vaults are these like literal remnants. Like that's where their technology might be stored. Where bioweapons might be, where ascension technology to literally turn you into, where catamuth eggs might be, where like all this like
So these are all places that a Delver dreams about.
that they dream about, but also are like secretly terrible because there's like a good vault or quote unquote where like, oh, you find like kick-ass speeders powered by solar energy, like that's
Yeah.
dope as shit. Or you go in and it's like full of mutants that are like going to eat your face, and that's not a good vault to go into. That's a bad day for everyone. So yeah, it's kind of like it's almost like, you know, when divers, like if they're looking for a sunken ship, like either there's the Great Finds where like it's well preserved and you can go in and find stuff, or like this is sketchy, we still want to try and get stuff out, but we could.
Yeah.
So.
And there's sharks in it. Yeah.
And
So I'm ready to just turn to the group or turn to Letitia. Like, well, it looks like we have a deal. We find the painting, and we also find the vault. I
What do
need
we-
money, so I would love to find the vault.
What they said?
Can I bring my best friend?
So can I do a can I do a lore check? Because being a delver from the area, do I know like any like local legends or something like that of a troll vault that people have been trying to find that maybe this would be, like particularly ones that might be attached to the like Deadlock family?
Sure. To answer your question, Donovan, yes, you can bring a bell. You can come.
I can bring my best friend. Okay. Can I also get a vibe check? To see
Yeah, if you-
how's it going?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and roll a vibe check on Ragnar, you can.
I mean, I don't need a vibe check. This dude is my kind of dude. I'm into this dude.
You are
This
going to
dude-
be conned so badly at some point. I don't.
Nah. This dude is we talk the same level, man.
Wait, I think it's
We are on the same wavelength.
All right, Merm.
Merm, what'd you say? What'd you say?
I was just making a haha joke. That's
Oh,
We want to hear the haha joke.
it wasn't haha. It wasn't very haha because
I got a-
Sorry.
I got a 14.
Oh God damn!
What was that 14 for?
The empath roll. I'm vibing. I'm vibing with Ragnar again. So
Yeah, he seems chill.
we're on the same wavelength, man. Me and him are connected on another level.
All right. I'm gonna hit up Dennis's question, and then we'll probably start to.
yeah.
I probably have no insight because I got a 3. So
Got a 3.
yeah.
Twinsies.
I mean, yeah, vaults are cool. You hear vault, and you're like that. You literally just like blinders on. You're like, vault must find.
I'm that guy like behind the tree, like
Yeah,
you know.
You're just thinking around Donovan.
Yeah.
So yeah, Letitia, in sort of, she now, you know, and this is where she sort of doesn't like break down. She goes, when I was a little girl, great grandpa found one of the vaults that was around here. Now, whether or not it was actually a vault or simply he had stumbled across some supply closet of the trolls, I don't know. But I know how dangerous vaults can be. And when she says that, you get the sense that she speaks from experience. And she like rubs her hand along the left side of her horse portion of her body that is sort of covered in not like armor, but like she's kind of got like a think like an apron, but for like a horse. So she's got like a horse apron with like pouches and she goes, I don't want someone to go find a vault, open it up, and let something out that's gonna hurt a lot. That's why I kept it here, and I didn't think anyone would.
Hey, cousin, can I ask a question?
Yes, Donovan.
I just thought about this because I've been suspicious of Fiddleway for a minute since I got here. Because you're my cousin and the done it, and I'm like, anyways, it's beside the so how do I ask this question? What came first, like the Tia or Fiddleway? Like did Fiddleway come about after your great grandfather, grandfather? I don't know. My uncle.
um,
Was it after? Cause now that you're saying all this about the troll vaults, it kind of sounds like to me that they figured out that the map was on the back of the painting and brought it down to Fiddleway because they're already digging in the ground.
as you say that, you kind of see her connecting the dots in real time, and her eyes go wide.
Oh, cousin, I got you there. Oh yes, I did it.
I am
Um,
honestly surprised, man. That was
I have one
okay.
smarts a week, and I did it just now. I'm very
It,
happy with myself.
it was a good one.
So she does say Fiddleway was founded about 15 years after death, right around the time that great grandfather.
Well, all the
So
dots have connected.
I think they
And
may have delved too deep. Maybe, perhaps, there is some things that you do not explore.
as so, we start to draw to a close. Obviously, the next course of action probably to head to Fiddleway. And as we close, I would like to hear from each wanderer. What is the big question on their mind right now related to next steps in this? What's that sort of the one question, one big question we close?
Are we
Will
allowed to be horny? That's not my question, but that's a precursor question. It's a context question.
You asked your only question. I'm sorry.
Let's for the purposes of wrapping things up, let's keep it related to the case for right now.
Okay.
right?
Where in Fiddleway do they find a very tall person, an average person, and a short person to collaborate on a heist in a nearby town?
Real.
That's my question. That's my burning question.
Okay. All right. Who's next?
My question would be: who found out about map, and how did that slip out?
My question is, if will I find my god in the vault?
Mm.
Will the anxiety stop when I get to the vault?
Anxiety stop.
Please.
I mean, what are TTRPGs for but like visual thinking, right?
We just need to invent anxiety meds.
All right.
Please.
Dennis and Merm, what are your burning questions?
Will this vault be the payday that puts me on the map of Delvers?
Oh, we were going for personal question rather than question to do with case. Oh, okay. I did not get that.
Hey, they
It's
served
technically
this up on
related
a
to the
silver
case.
platter for me.
Yeah, I was like, it's technically related.
All right, and then last but not least, what does our cousin have to share?
You know what I'm thinking about in my brain is I'm thinking about my best friend and if he can get me a mammoth because Misty's getting old and I need to make sure I have a new mount. And a mammoth sounds incredible! Incredible!
Out of curiosity, what would the mammoth's name be?
The mammoth's gonna have to tell me. I don't speak mammoth, but I learn. We're just gonna be together, and for the first part, it's just gonna be mammoth.
love it.
It's gonna be my baby. Maybe I'll name it
love it.
baby. Oh yo.
Alrighty. And so, as all these questions are sitting in our minds, as we begin the ride down the hill towards Fiddleway on our various mounts, we will close out for part 1. Canvas closed. Azir Adventure.
Bum, bum, bum.